Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm C. Andrew Love, back on your screen and your speakers one more time. Welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a brother out of Syracuse, New York. His name, Mikey T. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love, back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a brother out of Syracuse, New York. This brother here is let me just say this. The way he comes and performs and delivers a vocal is not like anybody else I heard. This brother doesn't have no one to sound like him. He don't sound like no one else. So without further ado, let me bring in Mikey T.
How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Doing great, man. Just chilling. We just finished up our performance the other day at the Westcott.
I heard about that show. How did it go?
That went great. It was a huge opportunity. We got to open for Lil TJ. There was a lot of other cool performers there as well. And it was a very awesome crowd, man. They were like really, really into it. We did all kinds of songs on the stage, and we even had like Canva do his backflip and everything, and really had the whole energy of the room going.
And folks, if you don't know what he's talking about, these brothers here did a show. You guys was September 2nd, right? At the New York State Fair. And at the Pan African Village stage, this whole crew came out and they really knocked it out the park, folks. I mean, they knocked it out the park because their group is a collection of talented artists that come together as a group because they figured, there's more power in numbers. So might as well join a movement. And these guys are a group of artists that are individually talented to come together and put a show. And so all these artists, like their songs will come on in whatever order they decide they want to go in. And then Mikey T will come up and he'll do his set and so on and so forth. And the rest of the artists will do the same thing. And it'd be a dope show. And they have dancers. Man, these guys kill it. Mikey T, you got skills.
Thank you, man.
And I'm digging the vibes. When did you realize, let me ask this. I'm gonna change the question up a little bit. When did you decide that you wanted to do music for a living as a career?
That's a great question. I was actually like when I first started, working at a high school. I went to college. I was at Lemoyne College, and at first, I really wanted to do business. So I was doing business analytics and finance and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun. But I always loved music anyway, and I was already doing this stuff kind of on the side. And then I met someone named Todd Hoban, and he's very involved with the local music scene here in Syracuse. And he helped me, he really told me that I could do this for real, and he helped me pave my path to okay, let's go do an internship first, and then we'll start engineering. And then I was able to start doing my own music from there on. And I've just been, ever since then, I've been engineering at Subcat Studios. And so I get to pretty much do music full time for the most part, every day, whether it's engineering for myself, other people in the Rob Reed, or anyone else who comes through the studio.
Well, that's dope, man. Who are your greatest influences?
Oh, man. Well, in music, through my family, there's actually my uncle was a big musical influence for me. Growing up, he was in a band in Boston for a long time. And so I grew up just kind of going to a few of his shows, listening to his music in the car. I still play his band CD in my car pretty much every day. And besides that, I mean, he's one of the very only other people in my family that really pursued music. So I seeing him do it, I was like, oh, that's awesome. And he did really well for himself with it. The other big influences in music. There's other great like artists I look up to. Like I think the like Little Peep or Juice World kind of is where I get like my music influence from. Where it's like kind of more what we were talking about. It's like more in the hip hop, but then we kind of moved to the alternative, but then we kind of moved to the rock side, and just kind of like get to pick from here and there and all these different genres to make my own sound.
Yes, you do have your own sound. And folks, I'm telling you, when you tap into Mikey T, this is what you're going to say. Damn, MC Angela, you did it again. You done told me to go tap into Mikey T, so we did, and guess what? He's dope. You're damn right he's dope. So make sure you keep tapping in. Mikey T got music on all platforms. He's got music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, and my favorite place, iHeartRadio. Yes, folks, Mikey T has music on iHeartRadio. So make sure you go tap in, because the brother is everywhere. And of course, wherever there's streaming going on, Mikey T is in the middle of it. So Mikey T, there's a song that we got, or that we're going to snip it from you. It's called Back Home. And that's featuring Carlin Feck. Can you tell the folks about this song?
Yeah, this is probably like the first song where I'm kind of really experimenting with the rock or the pop punk vibe, but then I was still kind of putting in a little bit of hip hop into it. So a great friend of mine, Carlin Feck, got to sing the hook on it, and she really killed it. And then in the middle of the song, I come in with the verse, and it's kind of a switch up where we switch into we're singing, but we're still kind of going to a rap in the middle of a rock song. And then we break down the song a little bit, and both of us get to sing together on a part as it goes up to the final hook, which is great. I also want to shout out Steve Brown for helping me produce and mix that song as well. So shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve Brown. Good looking out, because this song is dope. But folks, I'm only going to play a snippet, but you don't have to listen to a snippet, folks. All you got to do is go tap in on Spotify, where it's where I'm going to tap into, or any other platform that he's on, because, as I said, wherever there's streaming going on, Mikey T is in the middle of it. So without further ado, I'm going to play this song, Back Home, which is brand new, folks. It's a new song. It just dropped not too long ago. So why don't you go tune in and put it on your playlist? As a matter of fact, you'll find it on the Let's Chat and Jam on Spotify playlist. You can tap in on Spotify and follow that playlist, because every time I interview an artist, their music goes onto the playlist. It's that dope, folks. It's always changing. But the thing is, the songs never drop. So right now, you can go on to the playlist and find Back Home at number 4. And I tell you, that turns into the Shiznit list. So, you know, this is a spoiler alert. Number 4 on the Shiznit list is Back Home, Mikey T, featuring Carlin Feck. Here we go, folks. Yo! Yeah! This is Mikey T, y'all. I'm taking the vibes. Ooh! You hear her in there? Yo! Y'all want to hear the rest of the song? You know what you got to do. You know where you got to go. So go ahead and tap in and go there and press play. That song is dope. Oh, my God. Hey, Mikey T, you're one talented dude.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you for giving me the honor to interview such a superstar talent as yourself. Can you tell us, the folks, some of your experiences that you have encountered since you've been creating music? And it could be good, it could be bad, you know, whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I've been making music for a long time now, even just like when I was just in school, just kind of learning to play the guitar, and then moving on to playing bass. have been like my instruments. And then I kind of moved on to producing from there, and I started like making beats and stuff like that. So I really was kind of aiming to get the whole side of the industry. Like I really wanted to be engineering, doing the mixing, doing the producing, and singing. Like as you can see, I have a little setup here. Like I get to do a lot of it on my own, with a little support from others, like from Subcat Studios and stuff like that. But I mean, I even started like with the Red House in Syracuse. They're a local stage and theater here, but over the summer they take in kids in high school, and we would just set up and play in bands, and then we would write songs, play instruments together, and then we would even take those songs and we went on a little mini tour, and we get to perform and stuff like that. So even when I was like a little younger, like I was still getting up on stage and getting that experience early. So I'm 21 now, but I've still like been on stage like countless amount of times. And there's even more opportunities coming up in the future, which is going to be great.
It is going to be great because you got music that should be on in the end credits on movies. That's where your music should be at, especially the one I just heard. I definitely can hear that on the end credit of somebody's movie because it has that Hollywood sound, the commercial sound. It's really dope, man. And one of my questions is, what is your, if you have one, process when it comes to creating a song? Do you have a process?
Yeah. So most of the time I like to do the production first, like either making a beat or finding a beat, or maybe it'll just start with me and the guitar. I like to normally have that first, but sometimes I can't control it, and I'll be in my kitchen and I'll be humming, and like a melody comes to me and I got to write it down. Or the worst is when I'm in the car and that happens, and you got to, find a spot to go pull over and write it down, which happens every now and then. And then ultimately after that, either hit the studio or I come home and at least like lay out the groundworks for the song. And then ultimately then you go in, we record it, we mix it, and then from there.
That's dope, man. I'm digging the vibes. Man, I've been digging the vibes all night. Mikey T, you're one of the dope, ill artists because you're different. You have your own sound. You're in your own lane. That's right, folks. Mikey T is in his own lane. I'm talking his own zip code, his own street, his own island. It's nobody sounding like Mikey T. So if you're trying to compete against Mikey T, well, you're just practicing because you can't. Mikey T is his own artist. And that's why, folks, I highly recommend that you tap into Mikey T because he is going to entertain you with his style of music. As I said, or as he said, he's taken the best of all these genres and he melded them into like a jambalaya, if you will, of his sound. Mikey T worked hard, and you work hard to perfect your craft. I hear it. And I see it in your performance. Your performance is damn near flawless. And I'm talking the whole crew. You guys are jumping around, supporting one another. It's amazing what you do. You fill the stage up with energy. So by the time you get off the stage, whoever comes behind you, ooh, that's a hard shoe to fit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's even in just Syracuse where it's kind of a smaller city. But I mean, there's plenty of opportunities around, whether it comes to just like learning a lesson, like taking lessons and learning an instrument first, or vocal lessons when it comes to developing your voice. And then from there, you just keep practicing your writing. There's definitely been times where like I'll go through a song. I might even write it. I might even record the whole thing. And then once it's done, I just like don't like it. And I think it's pretty bad. And sometimes I might not even release it, but that's okay. Cause I see that as like, I learned from that. All right, now let's go to the next one. You know what I mean? And just keep on going from there. When it comes to producing your stuff, there's lots and lots of avenues these days to learn how to do it on your own. If you want to just start off in GarageBand and then maybe, you know, move up to one of the next kinds of DAWs and stuff like that. And just, it starts as simple as just recording yourself on your phone if you need to, and then finding like a studio around, or finding someone you know that can help you record that song and then take it to the level it needs to be.
I'm digging the vibes, man. I really am. Do you have any burning desires?
I mean, I definitely would love to just keep doing what I'm doing. A lot more carefree, you know what I mean? Like, just if I could just wake up every morning, write a song, and then go to sleep, you know? That's all I really want to be doing, which I'm fortunate enough to be able to do a little bit of that here and there now, which is great. And then I can't wait to, you know, as venues keep opening and tours are going on, like, my next goal from here is to start to do more gigs around Syracuse, and then maybe do some gigs outside of Syracuse, start to travel a little bit. I have never been to like LA or anything like that. I've never been West Coast, so I've been thinking about maybe just taking a shot out there or something like that. Not really sure yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, man. LA is the place to be. When you go out there and you ask yourself, why everybody go out to LA when they get famous? What is it about LA? And then when you go out there, you're like, that's what LA's about.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder why everybody comes to LA when they get famous. This is where everybody is at. But now LA is burning up. And so it's like, damn, everybody's escaping the hills. And the hills is just burning down. Sorry about that, folks in LA. I really didn't mean to bring it up, but it's the truth. That's why I say, stop looking up and looking down on people. When you get famous, you don't have to look down on anybody. Just be yourself. But anyway, I'm so glad you came here, man. Mikey T, it's been a real dope show. You're an awesome artist. And since you've been here for the first time, you've now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam, which means you don't have to wait for me to tap into you and say, hey, Mikey T, you want to come on the show? No. All you got to do is tap into my DMs and say, hey, Drew, I got a new song that I wrote. I got a new book that I wrote. Or you just may have been casted into your feature film. Whatever it is you're doing is important to me, and I want to know about it. So if you tap into me, I'm going to get my calendar and I'm going to say, deal, you're in the show. Let's go. But that's how easy it is to be on this show when you're in the fam. So Mikey T, welcome to the fam.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, for real.
And thanks for coming through. I really do appreciate it. America and the world, it is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam. It's my special guest from Syracuse, New York, Mikey T. His brother here is a part of a group, and there's plenty of artists to go around. And he's just one of many that take the stage and kill it every time they hit it. Because when they get on that stage, they leave their blood, sweat, and tears on there, folks. And when it's Mikey T's turn, Mikey T's got energy for days. I'm telling you, folks, I saw this guy perform. I happened to be blessed to be behind him because I was behind the DJ booth. And I saw these guys take the stage, and they were killing it from start to finish. These people, these artists are professionals, and they work hard, and they practice their craft. And I was very honored to be on the stage with these guys. One day I would like to be on the stage with y'all and MC y'all, man, because you guys are awesome. But thank you for coming through, Mikey T. I do appreciate it. Can you tell the folks where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on all platforms, like you said earlier, on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all of them. You can find me on Instagram at _Michael_Tavares. And you can find me also through The Real Raw Breed. That's our group that we perform with. And you can also find me around Syracuse performing at shows this upcoming fall. So,
The Real Raw Breed. Do you guys have an Instagram? for the Real Raw Breed too?
Yep, it's at the Real Raw Breed right on Instagram.
That's dope, folks. So tap into the Real Raw Breed, because when you hear them, you're going to be like, holy crap, MC Angela Love, you are right again. Of course I'm right. I know talent when I see it a mile away. And Mikey T and the Real Raw Breed are some talented individuals that you'll love to see perform on the stage, because they leave it out there, man. They leave it out there. Thank you for coming through, Mikey T. I do appreciate your time. It has been really dope, man. It really has. And I hope that you stay safe out there in Syracuse. And good luck to your career and everything you guys at the Real Raw Breed are doing. Good luck to you, man. But
Thank you so
safe.
much.
Whatever it is you do, stay safe. And everybody else, y'all stay safe. And just remember this: if you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have a passion, then go for it, because only you can stop you. And nothing beats a failure but a try. Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss A Conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.